Hey everyone, it's Alex, and I am back with another video preview for the 89th Academy Awards. Today I'm going to bring you the list of contenders for Best Foreign Language Film. This year, a record 85 films will be competing for the title of Best Foreign Language Film, and from these 85 films, only 5 of them can end up actually being nominated. Now, Best Foreign Language Film is a very interesting category at the Academy Awards, mainly because of how the nominations are chosen and the eligibility process for these films. To be eligible for Best Foreign Language Film, a country has to pick only one film and submit it to the Academy by a certain deadline for it to be considered. However, before that film is submitted by the deadline, it must have played in theaters in that country by the time it's submitted. If it's a made-for-TV movie that never played in theaters, then it doesn't count. It won't be eligible for a nomination. It has to have played in a movie theater in that country before it is submitted. And of course, the film must also have a substantial portion, around 75 to 80%, I believe, of its dialogue be in a foreign language. A little bit of English can be spoken here and there, but if too much is in there, then it's disqualified. That actually happened last year when one of the entries, I believe the one from Afghanistan, was disqualified because there was too much English spoken in the film. That's the criteria for eligibility. Now, in terms of how these films are nominated, it's a bit different than most of the other categories, because the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences has various branches: an actor's branch, a director's branch, a writer's branch, a film editor's branch, etc. However, there's no foreign language film branch. So what they do is they have members from all the branches volunteer to serve on a committee. And the committee is usually split into 3 groups, and each group will watch a certain number of the films. And whichever films that they give the highest grade to will become the semifinalists for the final nomination round. And from those semifinalists, 5 of them will become the official nominees for Best Foreign Language Film. Now it's time for me to reveal the 85 films that Academy voters have to choose from. These are the 85 films and the countries that have submitted them to be considered for Best Foreign Language Film for the 89th Academy Awards. Chromium, Albania. The Well, Algeria. The Distinguished Citizen, Argentina. Tana, Australia. Stefan Zweig, Farewell to Europe, Austria. The Unnamed, Bangladesh. The Ardennes, Belgium. Sealed Cargo, Bolivia. Death in Sarajevo, Bosnia and Herzegovina. Little Secret, Brazil. Losers, Bulgaria. Before the Fall, Cambodia. It's Only the End of the World, Canada. Neruda, Chile. Huanzhang, China. Alias Maria, Colombia. About Us, Costa Rica. On the Other Side, Croatia. The Companion, Cuba. Lost in Munich, Czech Republic. Land of Mine, Denmark. Sugar Fields, Dominican Republic. Such is Life in the Tropics, Ecuador. Clash, Egypt. Mother, Estonia. The Happiest Day in the Life of Ali Maki, Finland. L, France. House of Others, Georgia. Tony Erdmann, Germany. Chevalier, Greece. Port of Call, Hong Kong. Kills on Wheels, Hungary. Sparrows, Iceland. Interrogation, India. Letters from Prague, Indonesia. The Salesman, Iran. El Clasico, Iraq. Sandstorm, Israel. Fire at Sea, Italy. Nagasaki, Memories of My Son, Japan. 3,000 Nights, Jordan. Amanat, Kazakhstan. Home Sweet Home, Kosovo. A Father's Will, Kyrgyzstan. Dawn, Latvia. Very Big Shot, Lebanon. Seneca's Day, Lithuania. Voices from Chernobyl, Luxembourg. The Liberation of Skopje, Macedonia. Beautiful Pain, Malaysia. Desierto, Mexico. The Black Pin, Montenegro. A Mile in My Shoes, Morocco. The Black Hen, Nepal. Tonio, Netherlands. A Flickering Truth, New Zealand. The King's Choice, Norway. Mahi Mir, Pakistan. The Idol, Palestine. Salsi Puedes, Panama. Videophilia and Other Viral Syndromes, Peru. Ma Rosa, Philippines. After Image, Poland. Letters from War, Portugal. Sierra Nevada, Romania. Paradise, Russia. Baraka Meets Baraka, Saudi Arabia. Train Driver's Diary, Serbia. Apprentice, Singapore. Eva Nova, Slovakia. Houston, We Have a Problem, Slovenia. Call Me Thief, South Africa. The Age of Shadows, South Korea. Julieta, Spain. A Man Called Ove, Sweden. My Life as a Zucchini, Switzerland. Hang in There Kids, Taiwan. Karma, Thailand. Cold of Kalendar, Turkey. Ukrainian Sheriffs, Ukraine. Under the Shadow, United Kingdom. Breadcrumbs, Uruguay. From Afar, Venezuela. Yellow Flowers on the Green Grass, Vietnam. I Am No June, age 10 and divorced, Yemen. And those are the 85 films that will be competing for Best Foreign Language Film nominations this year. This is going to be an interesting race because, unlike last year, there's no true definitive frontrunner right now. Last year, the Hungarian film Son of Saul instantly became the Oscar frontrunner when it premiered to unanimous rave reviews at the Cannes Film Festival and then won Film Critics Circle Award after Film Critics Circle Award and all the other smaller awards like the Golden Globe, the Critics' Choice. It was just a lock to win, just because of how powerful of a film it was in its depiction of the Holocaust. There have been some notable films from this list of films, but none have really stood out the same way as Son of Saul. But a lot of these films I have recognized just from hearing about them at film festivals or Rotten Tomatoes or just anywhere in the film media. One film I've heard a little bit of buzz about is Canada's entry. It's Only the End of the World. Its director is this guy named Xavier Dolan. I looked him up. He's actually only a year older than me. He's 27, I'm 26. But he's being recognized as one of Canada's best directors right now. One of his films he directed a few years ago called Mommy was heavily campaigned, hoping to get a Best Foreign Language Film nomination, but it didn't. But it did win a lot of praise at the Cannes Film Festival in 2014, I believe. And I think it took the third place prize at the festival that year. And Xavier Dolan, he has another film coming out called The Death and Life of John F. Donovan, I think, with a bunch of Hollywood A-listers. I think that'll be his first English language film. And then with Chile, that could gain some attention because with a film called Neruda, it's obviously about the life of the famous Chilean poet Pablo Neruda, but its director, Pablo Larraín, he's actually been gaining some ground in the film world for the last few years. One of his other films called No, which was nominated for Best Foreign Language Film a few years ago, and he actually has an English language film coming out this year that's already receiving a lot of Oscar buzz called Jackie, which stars Natalie Portman as First Lady Jacqueline Kennedy, and it shows her trying to deal with the loss of her husband, John F. Kennedy, after he was assassinated in the days following his murder. And Natalie Portman has been receiving all sorts of rave reviews and Oscar buzz for this performance ever since it premiered at the Toronto Film Festival, so even if Neruda does not get nominated, Pablo Larraín will probably still be a major part of the awards circuit this year. Finland's entry just sounds very interesting just because of its title, The Happiest Day in the Life of Ali Maki. The title alone intrigues me. Elle has certainly gained a lot of buzz. It received a lot of great reviews at the Cannes Film Festival, and it stars one of the most acclaimed French actresses in the world, Isabelle Huppert, I think that's how you say her name. Most Americans will have no idea who she is, and she doesn't really do many English language films. The only one I've seen her in is The Disappearance of Eleanor Rigby, where she played Jessica Chastain's mother. But in France, Isabelle Huppert is like one of their most popular, renowned actresses. She's been nominated for a lot of César Awards, which is France's version of the Oscars. She's basically the Meryl Streep of France, if you will, in terms of just how acclaimed she is. But what's even more interesting about Elle is the director. The director of Elle is none other than Paul Verhoeven. And if you're wondering, I am indeed talking about the same Paul Verhoeven who directed 80s and 90s films like RoboCop, Total Recall, Basic Instinct, Showgirls, and Starship Troopers. This is indeed the same man who directed all those movies directing this, and this is not necessarily a thriller or an action film like those. This is just like a basic drama. But it has been getting a lot of praise, and the Oscars do like to nominate foreigners once in a while if they give a really standout performance in a film that gets a lot of buzz. So we could end up seeing Isabelle Huppert at the Oscars nominated for Best Actress if enough Academy voters, especially foreign voters who like to honor performers from their own country, see this film and want to recognize it on their ballot. So we'll see what happens there. Fire at Sea I talked about in my Critics' Choice Documentary Awards video. It's a documentary about refugees, so we don't usually see documentaries be submitted as the contender for Best Foreign Language Film, but a country can submit any full-length film they want, whether it's a live-action film, an animated film, a documentary, any type of film, as long as it's in a foreign language and as long as it's at least feature film length, which by the Academy's rule is 40 minutes, then it's eligible. Desierto has been getting some buzz. I mean, granted, it only has like a 57% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is 3 points below the minimum fresh score of 60. But it could possibly get nominated but it could possibly get some attention because it's directed by Jonas Cuarón, who is the son of Oscar-winning director Alfonso Cuarón. So we'll see what happens there. Poland's entry after Image could certainly gain a lot of attention because its director was very legendary in the Polish film world. His name is Andrzej Wajda, if that's how it's pronounced. And the sad news came a few days ago that Andrzej Wajda passed away at the age of 90. So right up until the very end, he was keeping on making films at an age when most other actors and directors are usually retired or don't work as often as they did when they were younger. But you know, if you look at his IMDb page, he was like working regularly for like 65, 70 years, just making film after film after film. I don't think I've ever seen any of his films, but I have heard of some of them. Several of them have been nominated in the past for Best Foreign Language Film. One of his more recent ones was called Katyn, which is about a massacre committed by the Soviet Union in a forest called Katyn during World War II. And I've just heard amazing things about that movie. I remember a professor of mine in college talking about it in a class once. So, you know, and Andrzej Wajda actually did receive an honorary Oscar from the Academy in 2000, I believe, as a Lifetime Achievement Award for all his work. So his name and reputation and the fact that several of his films have been nominated in this category in the past could certainly help this film get nominated as kind of like a goodbye gesture to him for all the great work he's done. So we'll see what happens there. Julieta, the film from Spain, could get nominated because its director is also very well known to the Academy. It's directed by Pedro Almodovar, who is considered Spain's most prominent director, and he's been credited with helping launch the careers of many Spanish actors and actresses, such as Penelope Cruz. Some of his films have won Best Foreign Language Film in the past, so he's certainly very well known to the Academy. Switzerland's film I have never heard of, but just the title alone just makes me want to learn more about it. My Life as a Zucchini. I'll have to see if that's an animated film or not, because I have literally never heard of a film called My Life as any type of fruit or vegetable. Oh, one more film I forgot. Toni Erdmann, the film from Germany. That film has also been getting a lot of buzz at like film festivals and stuff. I can't believe I forgot to talk about that earlier. We could see that as a possible contender. I don't know too much about the movie, honestly, but I've heard a lot of great things about it, so I wouldn't be surprised if that and Elle, at the very least, are like the two big nominees, and maybe Julieta as well, just because of the reputations of the filmmakers. But we shall see. This is going to be a very interesting race for sure, and we'll see ultimately in December what the semifinalists are, and in January what the official nominees are. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please leave a comment in the comment section below, and please like and subscribe to get more videos, and I will see you guys next time with more Oscar, Golden Globe, and every other award show coverage. Bye.